Hey everybody, today I'm doing a video on this Dyson DC07 all floors. So, yeah, I taped that up. I glued it up and then I bumped it and it came out again. So I just taped it up. I'm going to have to get a new base at some point, which I'm probably going to end up converting this, or not converting it, but trading it, for either an all floors or an original, because not all floors, animal or an original, because I think those were the two versions that were there. Wait, I don't know. But yeah, or maybe even a Target Red if one's there, because I prefer it. That's my favorite DC07. So because the sender didn't do a really good job packaging it, so it got destroyed in shipping. And I really do not like this yellow color. I mean, it just gets so looks so beat up and ugly over time. So yeah, that's my problem with it. So anyway, another thing's wrong with it, which I didn't even find out until after I recorded that video, was, so you take the dust cup off, and yeah, this is one of the later ones from after this is a 2004 model, but it's also when they added this extra grip safety thing on the handle, because what would happen was people would lift it up by this and this piece would either snap off or it would, or they'd end up hitting this button and the canister would fall off. If you see, if I'm not holding down on the grip safety, I can move this button at free will. But if I'm holding down on it, can't move it. But anyway, watch this. Yeah. Did not discover that until after I recorded that video. So I will definitely be trading this for another color. This was the first US Dyson that came to America. This came out, these had a really long run too. I think 2001 is when they originally came out, and then 2002 over here, and then I think 2009 is when they finally got discontinued. This, to me, is, I think, me personally, I believe this and the DC25 are the two most common Dysons, because the 25 had a long run as well. I definitely prefer the 25 over the 15, just saying. So, backstory behind this is I asked Marco, because I asked him for his Target Red DC07 well over a year ago. And he sold it from underneath me, basically. And so I asked him to find another one. It ended up being the all floor, so I just said, whatever, I'll just go to Airway and see if I can't find another one and convert it over. So then just sat at his house for a couple of months, got it here. It's completely trashed, thanks to USPS. And yeah, I'm probably going to be trading this for an animal or an original soon. Because Will said he'd go get one and then do a trade-off with me, because he likes the yellow color better than the purple and the blue for some reason. But I will say this though, we gotta give props to him, because this filter was still really clean when I got it. I can't even get this thing out, but yeah, clean. The early 14s also had the, this piece that was removable, but you weren't supposed to put a filter in it. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but it just would kind of be a waste of time. And eventually on the later models of the 14, they just screw this in so you can't take it off. And one thing that I find, you know, I like it, but I think it's weird at the same time, is you have to do this to use the attachments. Okay, so pull the hose out. Press this button and get the wand off. And then you have to take the hose and you have to do that to use the attachments. You can't, you know, use it like you would on a Phantom, where you just put the attachments on the end of the on the end of the handle and then just go about your cleaning. You have to do this. Now on the later models like the 14 and 15, 17, 18 and so on, there was actually a wand, a telescopic wand in the handle that you could pull out, but not on the 07. So this did come with all of its attachments except the crevice tool and the, I think it came with a bare floor tool. I think all floors came with a bare floor tool as well, right? Dyson fanatics, correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, let me try and get this in. So yeah, I don't know much more I can say about it. I mean, other than these are a lot of these did seem to survive the years, unlike a lot of sharks, you know. I've never seen a shark make it past, you know, 5 years old, and I'm just being honest. Trying to think of more stuff I can say about it. It's got Root 8 cyclone technology. And on the later model Dysons, the cyclones were easier to take apart, but this thing, you had this and the 33. You had 3 torque screws up here, and you had to pull this piece out to actually clean the cyclone. And not a lot of people did that, so they just, you know, they didn't feel like doing it, because Dyson made it to where I don't think Dyson wanted you to take this apart. I think they found it more profitable if the customer just, you know, clogs the cyclone up and then clogs the entire machine and blows up the motor. So they have to go buy a new vacuum. Well, I mean, that's what I'm assuming most, you know, normal consumers do. But yeah, so tape that piece up. Oh yeah, the wand cap as well. Still, I gotta get a new handle as well. So here we go. Didn't pick anything up. Didn't expect much though, since I just did that does price matter test thingy. And on top of that, on top of the brush roll, because the 07s and 14s, and I think the 33 as well, they had these little empty brush rolls that like barely touch the carpet, and this one is, the bristles are worn and need to be replaced. And this one, you know, barely moves at all because, you know, it's broken. Now the later model Dysons, like the 17 and the 24 and 25, they still didn't clean as well as most other things, but they had better brush rolls than these did. But and that's one of the reasons why most American collectors gave the 07s and 14s so much crap back in the days, because of these brush rolls. So yeah, that was my Dyson DC07 all floors. Probably soon to be DC07 Animal, or DC07 Original, or full kit maybe.